The world knows what they have done.
Mm,
When they paraded two sisters like that,
mm,
you know, humanity died there. They handed over all the amenities that you need to make a person violent. If I give a person cocaine, AK-47, and a license to kill anyone, is the best thing. That's what they have grown up. They have grown up on violence. They have seen movies which are all about killing. Their heroes are all violent. They worship gods who are violent with arms in their hand. So it's a dream come true. So it is clearly manufactured by RSS. There's no other question. So Mohan Bhagwat is always support Viren. You need specialists for these things. Okay, not all can sleep with blood in their hand. So you need specialist in that, and Biren is a specialist. It's an
mm,
RSS model operating out here. Even
mm,
their plan was, like even if you rape a Muslim woman, the guy,
mm,
the children or the kid that will come out will be a Hindu.
mm,
That's how you can
mm.
spread your religion.
Welcome, viewers. Today we have with us Urijit, who is the man of the moment as far as the Meiteis are concerned. The Meiteis are still trolling him, and we are going to discuss something very substantial regarding Manipur. As we all know that more than 175 days have passed. Exactly, I think 178 or 179 days have passed. Eight.
Today is
Yeah. So
179. Yeah,
yeah, today is 179 day.
yeah.
So yeah, 179 days of violence against Kukizo. The genocide of the Kukizo in Manipur continues, and there is no remorse from the majoritarian community in Manipur, as well as no empathy from the state and the central government. So without wasting too much time, please like, share, and subscribe to DYNT News, DYNT, Democratize the Nation Today, and our tagline, now we can one more time. So Orijit,
Yeah.
175 days plus, and you have been one of the biggest thorn in the Meitei narrative as far as Twitter goes, Twitter or X, whatever you may call it.
Mhm.
What is your experience? How do you see your role, becoming the next few months to go?
Honestly, right now, what is happening? Okay, uh, role. I'm not sure about my role out there because the way it's going, I don't see any steps from the state government to stop it. Okay, even today or day after tomorrow, I don't see any hope like that. So until all the minorities talk as one voice, like unity is very important. So if I am there, obviously I'm trying to unite all the minorities of India so that they can speak in one tone. Like it's not just for cookies. A few months or maybe few days after, even the Nagas would be cleared of Manipur. Okay, and all the other tribes. So it's time that we come together and like speak for ourselves. It's no use of talking about just cookies or Hamas or Paitis. We are no one if you are separate, right? Like we are like sticks. Once we are together, we can make a bundle. Only then we have a chance. Okay, that's what I feel about this situation.
Okay, Orijit, you have talking about unity, but unity I think exists among minorities in Manipur, not among the Nagas and the Kukis, but within the Kukis there is unity, right?
Yes, there is unity, but I need a solid unity. Something like where I don't call myself a Paite or Hamar. You understand my point? I want one term for all. I will not call myself Mizo. I will not call myself a cookie. There should be one word for all. Because in long term, like when you go, the divisions will exist. Like after all, even if we get a separate administration, but if divisions are there, it will not be peaceful. Okay? Everyone will try to have their share or their own majority. Again, the same process will come. So what's means required right now? We have to think as one unit.
mm,
Okay, everyone's culture, everyone's tradition is respected. Okay, they can keep it as their own, like mark of lineage, like
mm,
what their
mm,
forefathers have done. Okay, they can
mm,
keep it like that. But when it comes to fighting, we have to be
mm,
one unit, as
mm.
simple as that. There's no small units like that.
Acha, Urijit, for some reason, Mohan Bhagwat has also come in support of Biren Singh. Mohan Bhagwat has said that it is not an issue. External people are doing this. This is not an issue. Violence has gone down. For some reason, neither Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is apparently a bit cookie friendly, home minister, prime minister, no one is willing to dislodge Biren Singh. Even after Zoram Thanga said that he is the main culprit, and Zoram Thanga made very insinuating comments that he is not going to share any stage with Prime
Mm.
Minister Modi, and Prime
Right,
Minister Modi
right,
has cancelled.
right.
Even after so much shame being projected towards India's Prime Minister, this Biren Singh guy, continues to be there as the chief minister.
Yeah, he will be, because it's not his fault. What he has done is not his doing. He has been placed to do that. And Mohan Bhagwat, like, he is the chief of RSS. Obviously, the whole thing was architected by RSS. The whole Manipur issue from the beginning. Even when it started, there were some spaces emerging with some eminent people like this Sanjay Kachua or something. Okay,
Mm,
another
mm,
guy
mm,
called Vladimir Adityanath. We
mm,
had the recording of those spaces, screen recordings where they were discussing about these things, how to go ahead with that, and like, so it is clearly manufactured by RSS. There's no other question. So Mohan Bhagwat is always support Viren, because Viren did not do it himself. Like, he was forced to do it. He was just placed to do it. In Manipur, so they're backing him up.
Yeah, you also made a comment, which landed you in trouble. You called Biren a terrorist,
Yeah, yeah.
because of writing an article, a seditious article. To some extent, looks like because he wrote that article, and he is. These are the people, these are the people which RSS likes. Those who can be
Yes,
pulled.
yes.
Huh.
Correct.
Yeah, that is why he is allowing such mayhem to continue.
See, you need specialists for these things. Okay, like, not all can sleep with blood in their hand. If
Mm.
if a Tom, Dick, and Harry is called and told to commit a genocide, trust me, he may do it first out of greed, but on third day or fourth day or fifth day, he will not continue with it. Like, humanitarian side comes out. So you need specialist in that, and Biren is a specialist. He doesn't remorse. I don't know how a person can actually see his own state burning for 6 months without any qualms. The same people that he used to call brothers and even visited their places, like cookies, uh, before this incident happened, he was not far away. Even I heard that one of his very special person is a cookie. So I don't
Okay.
know. I can't blame Biren completely. Like, he was placed to do that. He is also helpless. Who wants his state to burn like that? That's the thing.
Yeah, and one more thing, like the state is burning, and you wrote a status on that, and I had commented that if there is no burning, there is no aid, and there is no money, there is no scam, and right now we are
Absolutely.
seeing scam,
Yes,
scam
yes.
of money meant for tribal development going
Hmm.
into Meitei NGOs who are not even tribal organizations.
Right,
Your
right,
thoughts
right.
on that? Your thoughts on that?
See, the whole concept of being against the separate administration is about a huge loot that's going on for ages. Like, the budget for Valley and the hills are like how to say, water and wine.
Mm-hmm.
The the valley gets 99% of the allowance, whereas the hills get 1%. Whereas the areas, if you just see, it's like 10 times. So it has been continued, okay, throughout the history. Now we are getting to see it. Previously, it happened, and people never opposed against it. What I am amazed that cookies never questioned about it. There were like representatives of them, MLAs are there. They never questioned it. Why the budget is so discriminatory? Like why a percentage will get so much advantage? Why like people are more out here, but they're not getting it. Whereas the infrastructure needs to be developed in the hills more than the valley, because valley is already developed, right? It's a city. Means if you go to Imphal, it's not a remote village or a town. It's a smart city. So development is required in the hills, whereas the money has been laundered. It's not just used for development. Trust me. I don't think Imphal gets all the money allocated to that. Most of the politicians see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sad truth. Okay, of Indian structure or whatever structure you take it. You know, Politicians are not people's representative now. They are more like professionals. Like you are an engineer, you are a doctor. Similarly, you are a politician now. They're not leaders. They're just doing it for their stomach. Like they're earning money. More you can, the better it is.
Yeah, you made a very good point about the political class of the cookies. Were never protesting against such gross injustice. Also, it is very surprising to know that they don't even have an MP
Yes,
right now, and it is
correct.
from the Naga People's Front. So
Yes,
basically, the kind of people that are being pummeled by Meitei, they just have 10 MLAs, and from the 10 MLAs, only one MLA, Paulen
speak.
Hauki, he
Yes,
spoke. But after that, I think for the last 1 month, 2 months, he also hasn't been that vocal. So the
no, Mr.
political
Hawkip was
class.
active. No, he was active. He tweeted, but I think he is also like, like what's the use of tweeting if it's not getting any response out of there?
Hmm.
I'm tweeting some logic and no one is looking at it. And like, see, I'm in no position. I'm not a political person. I have no power. But Mr. Hawkip is. He's an MLA.
Hmm.
So if his tweets or his thoughts are not taken into consideration, so obviously he will not speak. Everyone has a limit,
True,
right?
true,
He
true.
spoke. He even doused the violence few places. He was actively involved in stopping the violence.
Hmm.
He did that. But rest of them, no one even cared. Like people are dying, villages are burning. I don't know where they are. No one knows where they are actually, and they never spoke for them. That's what my question is. Like right now, the Meiteis are opposing SI, no separate administration. So
Hmm.
they are saying it's for the pride of Manipur and all. Now
Hmm.
we are seeing it clear. It's not for any pride. It's just for the money. They're looting. They're looting the tribals of their rightful amount. They're not letting the hills to develop. And if separate administration is given, obviously the fund will go directly to the hills. I'm not saying that it will not be looted. There will be laundering because politics is such in India.
Hmm.
Peop- Most leaders will do that. Laundering will be there, but at least 20% will be used. That is
Hmm.
that is good enough. We'll have hospitals. We need that. Like right now in the camps, babies are dying out of even like pneumonia, man.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mosquito bites, dengue,
Yes,
malaria.
dengue is everywhere. Even kids are dying of pneumonia, such a
Hmm.
simple disease. Like people used to die from it from means maybe 200 years ago. But that's what is happening in the hills. So on humanitarian ground, I think everyone should look at it. Like it's not good for the future. If babies are not surviving, if we don't have enough amenities for kids to go to school, okay, and It's not a society anymore. It's disrupted.
Mm.
The basic amenities are not there.
True, true, true. True, true, true. The cookies, I think they got 500 rupees long time back. The
Yes,
refugees, the displaced cookies, they got 500 rupees. But the Meiteis are getting 80 rupees, I think, or more than 80 rupees per day.
per day, right?
Each Meitei. So if we do some calculation per month, they are getting
2,500.
excess of 2000, 2500,
Yeah.
excess of 2500. And then they, if you look at their camps, then it looks very nice compared to what is
Yes,
the
yes.
status of camps in cookies.
Obviously, because see, they started it, they continued it, and you can't call them the victims. They were
Hmm,
the perpetrators, you know. So cookies are suffering. They are not getting support from the government also. Okay, even the funds and reliefs whichever is coming is not adequate. Obviously, it will not be adequate because you can understand the enormity of the situation. You know, like so many people displaced, and the camps where they're living, you know, it's not enough for even 1/10 of the population that is there right now. You have to understand that it's all on overdrive. You know, like everyone is like, most of them are having one meals per day.
hmm,
Okay, you have to understand what's the situation out there. It's not a see, we can see the war, we can see guns, we can see bombs, but the suffering that comes along a war, it's unmeasurable, you know, unfathomable. It's inhuman. Whatever we see right now, it's inhuman. You know, like we don't want to see that. We don't want to see the kids suffering. We don't want to see the mothers crying.
hmm.
We don't want them to starve. That's the problem out there. Because maybe the violence has stopped, though there is sporadic violence here and there, but still,
Sporadic level. Hmm.
yeah, sporadic violence is there, and it will be there until
That,
the guns will not be out. You know, the guns
yeah,
are there
yeah.
with them.
Yeah, even that I think BGYM guy, Barish Singh, I think.
Baris,
Barish Sharma.
yes,
Barish
Baris
Sharma.
Sharma.
He's also, going around brandishing and
Yes.
firing. And but this is like ultra level hypocrisy of the BJP. Ultra level.
Actually, it went out of control. It's it's not that they planned it to go this violent. Okay, they did not. They underestimated the power of common people with arms. You know, like what happened. The arms were distributed. Now
Mm.
their own goons are not under their control. They can't
Uh,
control them.
but Arjit,
Yes,
goons.
goons. Yes.
Goons. I don't think they're goons.
What do you
Goons,
think they are?
goons, goons don't have this much capacity to plan and do genocide.
No, no. I'm talking about these smaller
These
groups
are
which are like attacking here and
trained,
there. You know, like
trained people. These are trained people. Arjit.
obviously trained people. Trained people. Obviously.
This is a trend. This is not some Durga Vahini, okay, or some Bajrang Dal, okay.
No, no,
Just
no, not at all.
yellow patari violence, Bangla
No,
boli.
no, no.
It is not like that. Nah,
No,
that
no, no.
like that video, I think it went viral. 3 4 months, I think that video was here where a Meitei woman activist says that अच्छे से पैक करके दिया.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
I
think
remember.
this is where I think the picture is open, clear.
Yes, they handed over guns, they handed over bullets, they handed over drugs also.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
Hmm.
the fact. They handed over all the amenities that you need to make a person violent. As means this is a common concept, you know, like if you go through human psychology, if I give a person cocaine, a AK-47, and a license to kill anyone from other community, and if that person is not well educated, he will
Hmm.
grab that opportunity like a baby, you know, like it's the best thing. That's what they have grown up. They have grown up on violence. They have seen movies which are all about killing. You know, their heroes are all violent. They worship gods who are violent with arms in their hand. So it's a dream come true. You know, like snuff and just go and kill. It's fun for them. That's what they've been doing. Like they radicalized a mass using cheap thrills.
mm,
Like instead of giving education to them, they provided something which can be violent for all. Violence is not yours or mine. I'll tell you something, brother. I can't own violence. Even you can't own violence. Violence itself has life. If it starts, it engulfs everything. It doesn't see what is the age, what is the sex, what is the location of that person. If violence is spread, both parties will be affected. Violence itself is an entity. I don't blame the mass, I don't blame the mob because they have been affected by that. They have been radicalized to be violent against a particular section of the society. So
true, true.
blaming them would be like a child's play. Like calling
Yeah,
them all bad. It's not
yeah.
like that. They just got radicalized thoroughly.
Mm, mm.
Uh,
So
in-
you are attacking the brain, not the body. The body, most of the time, what happens is, people affected, they go after the body. Like, a problematic narrative that lots of anti-BJP people say, Dalits are getting, Dalits are killing Muslims and this and that. But what they are unable to understand is that Dalits don't have the capacity to think.
right,
It is they are
right.
made to think. They are being used. Similarly, here, poor Meiteis, maybe OBC Meiteis, SC Meiteis, they are being propelled to do all these activities.
Exactly. And these people are poor people. Like even if you give them $500, they will go and kill someone.
Mm,
They don't have that luxury to choose. You have to understand this situation has been created by the system. Okay, it has been planned well. A particular section has been deprived of everything to prepare them as a mob. Similar thing that happens to RSS, abstinence and everything. Like everything works. It's a system that's on process. Like it's a brainwashing system, something like Hirok Raja Deshe. You saw that brainwashing
mm,
machine, right? It's
true,
something
true,
similar.
true,
Okay,
true,
though the
true.
machine can't be seen, but machine is operating everywhere. Even in your house, it's operating. Even in my houses,
Mm,
the system is like created that way. Like they want a section to remain dumb. They want a section to remain hungry. They want a section to remain, starving for everything, so that when time comes, just
mm,
give them two biscuits and they'll kill for you.
mm.
It's a systematic way, to create
Yeah,
chaos.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the worst aspect of this was, I think, when in the history of India's civilization, even, taking a partition into account, modern political history also. And I have
Mhm.
never come across this concept of revenge rape. I saw it in that Amazon series Patal Lok, where
Mhm.
that I think an upper caste Sikh
It happens. It
community
happens.
goes.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it, but to see it like this is not even societal. It's like totally, but what do you say? It's like the civilization has been turned inside out.
Right. Right.
Thousands of Meiteis are parading two Kuki women naked and even threatening, if you don't take your clothes off, we'll kill you. And they do whatever they did, and then they have the made up IB supporting it. But this is bizarre, obviously, but I think we need to understand it also. Why
Yeah, we
this is
need to
happening?
understand. That's what radicalization does. Like when that guy's mother was speaking, she
Mm.
told the media that this guy did it for the society, for the
Mm.
betterment of the society. Just imagine the kind of radicalization they have gone through. They are, what do you call it? They are like zombies. They are believing some leaders who are misleading them to death. Still, they're believing them. The problem is there. And they're believing them with the faith that they are going to revive their culture and all. And in the
Mm.
process, they are losing everything. The world knows what they have done.
Mm.
When they paraded two sisters like that,
mm,
You know, humanity died there. It's not about a Kuki woman being walk naked, or a Meitei woman, or anyone. Like, a woman being treated that way, that
mm,
denotes the end of one civilization. Every civilization ended like this. You have to understand this.
mm,
You you just can't do that. Whatever is the enmity, whatever it is, even if you are like very angry and the war is like a nuclear war, something like that, still you can't do that.
mm.
It's not human. So they have crossed the level of humanity out there. So I won't call them bad or good or evil. They are just robots. They are just doing what they are told to. You don't have any control over the mass. They are out
No,
of
I
hand.
no, I think if we are going to see it from mythological sense, vampires and zombies they have some point of view why they're doing this. These people have no point of view. They are just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yes, yes. They have just gone violent. They have just gone violent, crazy. You know, I'll tell you something. You told like you have not heard about revenge rape, but you have to
Yeah.
understand the ideology of Hindutva
Mm.
by this, what is his name?
Savarkar. Savarkar.
Savarkar and Goalkar.
Uh,
Okay, Goalkar and Savarkar. If you read that book,
mm,
it's been clearly written that rape can be used as a tool or as a
mm,
weapon, you know,
mm,
and that's what I have seen here. It's an
mm,
RSS model operating out here, Even
mm,
their plan was, like, even if you rape a Muslim woman, the guy,
mm,
the children or the kid that will come out will be a Hindu.
mm,
That's how you can
mm,
spread your religion. So
mm,
I have seen similar things out here. It's
mm,
nothing
mm.
new. It's just
Yeah,
surprising that it's real. It's just happening in India right now. That's surprising. But the concept was always there. They have been always been indoctrinated with these concepts.
true,
It's
true.
nothing new for them.
True, true. Now, what you're saying is, I just forgot, and you brought me into reality. Similar thing happened in Bangladesh Liberation War. That because
Yes.
rapes were happened because they wanted to change the nasal of the Bengali people. Then
Yes.
when the Spanish and the Portuguese they conquered South America, the conquistadors they used to do all these activities. It created a caste system also kind of in Latin America where your skin color determines your citizenship, and the more Spanish and Portuguese you look, this is a concept among the children,
Uh-huh.
mixed ancestry children. There's a concept that the more Latin American, sorry, the more Spanish Portuguese you look,
Portuguese.
yeah, you will get a citizenship. This is actually there's academic content on this. So thank you for reminding me this. Still, but the origin, such
Mm.
things are happening, and such thing has happened in the past in our own neighboring Bangladesh. Still, the Indian public is just not ready. Still not. Totally mad about this thing, just as they were during Nirbhaya or other any issue. Even when Muslims die or Bilkis Banu case happened, they were enraged, angry. But here, there is no sustained anger. It has all died down. What is
Because it's
your views on
northeast,
that?
right?
Hmm.
It's northeast. As simple as that. See, from my childhood, I've never seen northeast being in focus. Only time you know about northeast is when they win their goals, or when they go and play football for us. You remember, yeah, there's some place called northeast. Otherwise, it's hardly there. If you go to most of the states in northeast, you see no development. Like one or two cities are like, okay, fine, but it's still yet far cry from what India we are supposed to see. Like what India we are told about. The cities, still people have to carry water on their back. They are still dying out of diseases which are like primitive. So it's northeast, they don't give a fuck. As simple as that.
I would like to see it in different way. As in, before 2014, the political alignment was a bit different. So the Meiteis never had that quote unquote Hindutva support. But after
No, no, but
2014,
but but just tell me from your experience, do you think the states of Northeast or the people of Northeast are considered the same as the other states or the mainlanders? Then why are these two terms used, mainland and Northeast?
yeah,
That's
I
my question.
agree. I agree. But at the same time, like Nagaland, the
Yes.
leftists and the liberals, as well as the so-called soft secularists, they have written on Nagaland. They write
Mm-hmm.
about Assam.
Mm-hmm.
They write about Mizoram also from a different point of view.
What do they write? Just imagine if in a
But
newspaper
but
there are
it is
100
easy to
news, there will be
understand.
one news.
But
One
Arjit,
news.
but now what I'm saying is it is easy to understand. It is not as complex as Manipur. The reason why Manipur has become complex is because Manipur equal to Meitei. The point that the
Yes.
Kukizo people always talk about in their spaces. Manipur equal to Meitei. We are not Manipur anymore.
No, we are
This
not.
thing, this gatekeeping of who is Manipur, what is Manipuri, has been done by mainland Indians also, from the left, from
Yes.
the liberal side, from the so-called pseudo-secular, whatever. And now even the Hindutva ecosystem is, seeing Meitei as Manipuri only. So it
Yes.
can be safely said that BJP equal to Meitei, Meitei equal to BJP.
Yes, yes, yes. As simple as that. There's no question about it. But the thing is, even after BJP is there, I'll tell you something.
Mm.
Even for power, they will be there, but there'll be no development like Gujarat. I can give you written here.
No, there will
But
be. For the Meitei, there
they
will
don't
be.
need it.
Ukhrul
They
in
don't need
Ukhrul
it, brother.
in
They
Ukhrul,
don't
I
need
think
it.
looting of Nagas are going to happen. Palm oil, something is going to happen in Ukhrul.
Yes,
Then
yes,
I think
yes.
I think recently some crores of money has been given to Manipur to create four-lane highway. So these things will
Yes.
happen, and these will happen for the
These,
Meitei.
yes, yes, yes. These are not something I actually involved with development. See, development is almost zero in Northeast if you take as far as economic and everything. Because you see the way a city like Mumbai or
Hmm,
Kolkata or
hmm,
Bangalore is there. Cite me a similar city in Northeast.
huh.
It's not that the
True,
cities are not there. It's
true.
because no one cares about them. You know why this racism exists? I'll tell you. Because I am a person who have lived half of my life in mainland, half of my life in the Northeast. So I have no bias in that, but I can tell you racism exists because of this differentiation. When a state is seen by the central government
Hmm,
as a stepchild,
hmm,
people will have people have adverse reactions, when they come here or when they intermingle. The trust factor, everything. The racism exists because these all these states were never considered the same as the other mainland states. That's the
hmm,
problem.
hmm, hmm.
There's lack of
True, I agree.
empathy.
True.
Yeah, lack of empathy, lack of love towards them. We means mainlanders always differentiated. They also started differentiating. It's
Hmm,
never a one-way process. Like
hmm, hmm,
if
hmm,
if I don't like you, after a certain point of time, you will also not like me. It's like we are
hmm.
not gods. We're not dealing with gods out here. We're dealing with people, right?
Yeah, yeah, I agree
And
with
not
you.
see
I
in
agree with you.
Assam, I'll tell you, every
Hmm,
year, every
hmm,
year, devastating floods happen in
hmm,
Assam.
hmm, hmm,
How many coverages do you see every year?
hmm,
Maybe one, two, but it's happening. They're losing everything.
hmm.
But media doesn't actually care about it. They've just okay, fine. Even in
Yeah,
Sikkim,
I
the
agree.
huge cloudburst was there.
Hmm,
If it happened in
hmm,
Mumbai,
hmm.
imagine the publicity they would have got.
True, true, true.
So,
Agree, agree.
so government has to see and empathize, like with these people because we are all the same. We may look different, we may eat different, speak different, doesn't matter. Like we are all Indians. So
Mm.
government has to consider everyone as same first. Then this divisions, this violence, everything will come in their own place. Nothing will take place. First, we
True,
have
true.
to respect each other, love each other, which is
Mm.
absolutely absent. We are trying to control everything by gun. If you don't
Mm.
listen to me, I'll shoot you or I'll put
Mm.
you to jail.
Mm.
See, humanity is a very strange species, according to me. Like you can suppress them till a time, but after that, they will revolt. Even
Mm.
animals will do that. Like you put a cat in a room and beat it for 1 hour, and after that, the cat will also retaliate. So
Mm.
you can't control human beings with gun and power. As simple as that.
True,
You
true.
need lot of
That,
empathy out there. You need lot of love. You need to understand the people. You need to mingle with the people. Go there, see what's the life out here, how they are struggling. Try to make it better. See whether these people are not supporting you.
agree,
If you
agree.
differentiate, there's completely differentiation. Like if you even consider Meiteis, okay, I'm not taking their size or anything, okay,
Mm.
but
Mm.
truth is, even they are deprived of many things. Do you think they get the allowance money? No, only their leaders eat that. The
Okay,
common,
Arijit, fine,
yes,
I understood your point. The last question to you is,
yes.
your experience in getting trolled and then getting an FIR, and this still the nonchalant attitude that you have, will it be there in the next few months?
It's been
How
there
is
for
Arijit?
38 years.
How is Arijit বিশ্বাস so careless? This is the
It's
actual
been there
question. Okay.
38 years. I am like that. Like something is wrong in my head. I think I usually don't get
38,
scared.
38 years.
Yes,
Why
I'm
38
38
years? Okay,
because
that is your answer.
that's my age, right?
Okay, okay. So, viewers, today we are discussing Manipur as a through Arijit Viswas lens, and this 38-year-old person has been doing a lot of things against the Meitei narratives, and we will discuss, something before he goes. We'll ask his viewpoint on something else also. That is, I think there's an article written by some Chakraborty from Assam regarding the narrative war. Okay, and she
Uh-huh.
has tried to make it two-sided. Okay,
Okay.
and we both are part of the narrative war against the Meiteis. We
Uh-huh.
play for the cookies. So I want your views on that. How do you see that article? Have you read that article?
No, actually, I have not. I have not read that. But narrative wars are going on. It's not
Ah,
only on X. Okay, it's
Arijit.
going on Wikipedia also. So it's
Yeah, but
going on.
Arijit, she is saying that both the sides are, what do you say? They are at par with each other. She's unable to match the digital culture to
Hmm.
what is happening in reality. She is, trying to define this conflict only through, Sheikh Abidasan and Rajit fighting electrics. Okay.
Oh, it's not that way actually. It's not that
Huh.
way.
True,
She
true,
has to
true.
understand that because
Hmm.
see what we have been doing, we have been not providing any narratives. To be very
Hmm.
honest, we have
Hmm.
been countering their narratives
We are
and just
reacting.
busting them.
We're just
Exactly.
reacting. Huh?
Exactly. We were reacting. So
Hmm.
we did not make up stories. We did not
Hmm.
create propaganda videos. We did not morph images and told them that this is what is happening. We reacted to their lies and told them the truth. We never created any narratives, right? We never created
Hmm.
any narratives. We just
Hmm.
countered their false stories and we gave the
Hmm.
truth. So there's no question of war of narratives in that way. Like I don't understand what she's saying. Maybe I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
read.
This is so unfortunate because the Meitei Wikipedians are changing Wikipedia page since 2022.
Yes,
So
yes.
they are planning all these things in advance. So this
Yes, it
is
was a
mane,
planned thing. They planned it for a long, long time. Like they
yeah,
already bought their own library to delete their
yeah,
own.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it comes all point by point. They deleted their own library to delete the exact history. Once that is done, they started maneuvering the Wikipedia details. So they did it step by step, very planned thing. It didn't start just like that on 3rd May. It didn't just start. They had it
True,
in their head, calculated things.
true. So, thank you once again to Arijit for being here. It was
Right.
lovely to have him, and we will interact with Arijit in the upcoming months also. As long as this issue burns, we are trying to get from the side also, but because of security reasons, many are not that interested. Because as you all know, how Orijit has been fighting an FIR has been a, an FIR which is totally stupid. That FIR has been filed against Orijit. Can you understand? So, anyways, viewers, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to DYNT News. And remember our slogan: "Awaken one human at a time." Since we are saying "Awaken one human at a time," we would also like the viewers, especially non-Kuki, so non-Manipuri viewers, to finally wake up and get their asses out of the head and do something. Spend some time on social media and really do something for the marginalized tribals. Otherwise, this India, this idea of India, which exists, and we like to think all of us as Indians, that this idea cannot exist in vacuum. We have to do something. This is a community that fought for India's independence, yet we are unable to give them their due justice. So let's hope that viewers, get charged up and awake themselves from this slumber and do something for the indigenous people of Manipur. Thank you, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.